Hello, welcome to today's video. We are on page number 218 of the Keyboard Musicianship Book 1. Here we're having to deal with harmonization studies, and there will be a lot of voice leading decisions to make. We have not yet learned all of the voice leading rules. There is one instruction here, but we'll just make as educated a guess as possible before we delve into all of the rules for voice leading. That'll come in the future. It says here that the following melodies are textured such that the right hand plays the melody and fills in harmony notes as well, while the left hand will simply play one single voice in the bass. It says here that we are to study the styles that are suggested at the beginning that are printed, and the rest has not been harmonized yet, but we're going to go ahead and fill in what we understand as the best harmony that we can figure out with what we know so far with harmony and the chords. So let's go ahead and take a look at melody, number 1. What we're going to do is we're simply going to play the melody by itself, what's printed, and then once it's just by itself, we'll play that, and then we'll make some decisions about how to harmonize. Okay, so here we go, melody. And then we just have the melody. And there you have it. So the best choice would be to follow the chords symbols that are written above. The first step, the easiest step, would be to, according to what the rhythm is, we see that we have dotted quarters. Sometimes we imitate the right hand when it's a little bit longer for the bass, but mostly it's just going to be dotted quarter notes, 2 per measure. So let's go ahead and just fill out the bass notes according to the chord symbols as our first step. Okay. The second step would be to fill in the right hand. So we're going to be simply adding 2 notes to create chords based on what we see there above. The beginning and so we have D major chord here, and so adding 2 notes below in a closed position, we know that we can just add D and F sharp. Perfectly fine to double the root here, as long as we do not double the third, okay? And then this 8th note can be played by itself because that is what has been already done on the first and second measures. So when you complete the rhythm, go ahead and put an 8th rest on beat number 6 for those voices. And in the next system, we're going to go ahead and add some harmony in the right hand. Fill in G major. Now we see here we have on measure number 5, beats 4, 5, and 6. We have these 3 8th notes. And in the harmony, I'm going to go ahead and say, let's go ahead and make that a dotted quarter. And that'll leave us to play pretty similar to what we did. As a matter of fact, it's going to be exactly what we did on measure number 3, so we can just copy and paste there. And then here we have some inversions. The best choice for a G major chord here would be to play this in first inversion. And then D7, the best choice is not to double the third, not to double the bass or the root, because we need to acknowledge the 7th interval of a D7, which will be that C natural right there. And then G major, once again, first inversion in the right hand. let's go ahead and play it with the harmonies. I'm going to allow you to pause the video now and to complete the harmonies and write all the notes down in the spaces below that are provided. And then once you've completed that, please remember to try your best to complete this before following the answers that I'm about to give here. Okay, so here we go. Let's go ahead and play this melody. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if you want to put in some fingerings with the new harmonies that you just read out, go ahead and do that. Okay, let's go now to number 2, Italian folk song. Once again, first step, according to the chord symbols, let's write the bass notes. And we can see here that we have half notes for most of it. On measure number 7, go ahead and put that as a whole note. I think that's appropriate. The last measure has already been finished for us. Okay, then the next step, after adding the half notes in the left hand, let's fill in chords, harmonies in the right hand. Notice that it has all of the notes that are grouped together with just one stem pointing in one direction. That's fine, because on beats 3 and 4 we have rests. Sometimes though we do have 2 that are being played, or whole note there on measure number 7 as mentioned. But I'm going to go ahead and have you write the stem going down and to the left. Okay? So when creating your harmonies, make sure that we do not double the third. If we have a 7th chord, make sure that you acknowledge the 7th interval. That's already there in the melody. Whatever is convenient according to voice leading rules, meaning we don't want to move too far away from the note from the previous notes, and we don't want to double the third, don't want to double the 7th, obviously. So let's go ahead and make the best choices that we can make now. Go ahead and pause the video, and let's create our harmonies, write them in. Okay, so after completing those harmonies, writing them in, I'm going to go ahead and provide you with the answers. Please don't copy me. Make sure you've done it as best as you can before you check your work. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Excuse me. So I made the decision of putting 2 half notes. If you want to put a half rest on the beats 3 and 4 of the left hand, I suppose you can make that decision if you'd like. I'm going to go ahead and just play them as half notes for both of those beats, or all the beats. Okay, so those are our answers for these harmony studies on page 218. Let's go ahead now and practice and prepare for the next page. Thanks, and we'll see you next time. Bye.